Welcome. I just want to say this from my perspective, my opinion that women who are in relationship and they talk to other men is disrespectful, right? To that person that they're dating, right? I believe if you are in a committed relationship, right? How would you feel if a man just talk to all these other women, right? Disregarding your feelings, right? Disregarding your relationship you have, right? A man should only talk to his wife. A wife should only talk to his man, her man, right? Let's say that, right? Let's say relationship. They should return. They should be reciprocal, right? If me as a man, right, I don't want any of my women to be talking to no other man, right? Because that's only bring problems, right? People are very emotional. They respond emotionally, right? I don't care if it's friendly manner. People are gonna take things the wrong way. For instance, is a wife talking to another man? You don't know how the man's gonna take it. He might take it that she's flirting with him, right? And next thing you know, he's gonna build up emotional attachment to the guy's wife, right? And now I bring up some more problems into the dynamic, into the triangles. Next thing you know, the wife's gonna develop feelings for the guy. Next thing you know, it's gonna bring all these emotional to the marriages, and it's gonna set up for failure, right? This is why I don't believe in a person in relationship talk to other people in a friendly manner like that. That's very disrespectful, right? When you talk to people, you can build up chemistry and emotional connection with people, right? This is why Muslim men wives at check and don't let them talk to any other men. This is men in other culture don't talk to any men's wives, right? Because it's to separate this chemistry, this bonding mechanism. A woman should only bond with her husband, right? I mean, I'm not saying she can't talk to a man entirely, but keep the conversation brief and quick. That's it. I don't want my wife talking to another man, have a long conversations, right? Your attention should be only with your man, right? She should not try to befriend your man's friend, right? This is why I don't bring a girls around my homies. I don't do that. I don't. It's not because I don't trust it. It's not because I don't trust my homies. It's because it when you talk to people, it built a emotional response, a rapport among each other, right? I don't mind talking like a brief conversations, right? Where is the bathroom? Where's the salad? Where do I put the plates? Those kind of stuff. But don't have a extensive conversations, especially when your husband's not there, right? Look what the conversation could go anywhere when between two men and a woman, right? Between a man and a woman, let's say that, right? When they talk to each other, right? Is relationship making, is pair bonding, is pairing, right? You build in a rapport with each other, right? If you're in a relationship, you have no excuse to build a rapport with another man. You don't. It has to come back to psychology, right? When a woman talking to the man is basically mate searching. Not only that, when a woman talk to the man, it's like monkey branching. She's because of her hypergamous nature, right? If she talk to another man, she can develop all these psychology in her head, right? She can think that this man is better than you. Next thing you know, it's going to lead to more problems. It's going to lead to more entanglements. It's going to lead to infidelity, right? It's going to lead to cheating because of her hypergamous nature. This is why you don't let your wife talk to your homies like that, or any other man. Because monkey branching, no matter what you think of it, I think is a real thing, right? They're gonna talk to this man, gonna analyze this man to see if he's better than you, if he's better, can he provide more money than you, right? That's why I think it's disrespectful for a woman, especially your woman, to talk to another man. Regardless of friend, women and men cannot be friends, right? They can't. Do you see ex couples become friends afterward? No, they usually don't talk to each other anymore, right? And for a reason to talk to men is basically for courting. Basically, that's what it is. If a man talk to a woman, it's basically courting. Try to get a relationship. Try to find a mate. That's it. They're not there to be friends. right? Because at the end of the day, a man really is trying to get some action, right? Regardless, you don't know how, especially this day and age, you don't know if the man's true intention. You don't know the true intention. You don't know. You don't know whether he's going talking to your wife and trying to get something out of it or what, right? You don't know if he's playing a game on your wife. It's going to lead to cheating. It's going to lead to infidelity, right? This is why I think it's disrespectful for a man's wife talking to another man. How would that make the man's feelings? You see, when she talked to another man, she's not taking into consideration how would her husband feel about this, right? Is he okay? Is the husband okay with you talking to another man? If she don't take that into considerations, right? That means that she's not gonna be a suitable mate for you. She's not gonna follow orders. And then it's gonna build up emotion in her mind. Because remember, like I said before, women is very emotional creatures. Depending on what people say to her, they might take it the wrong way. They might be easily manipulated by another person. Then she can have thoughts, have all these demons inside her brains, right? Telling that she's too good for her husband, and she can cheat on him, right? Some people might say, I might overthink of this, but this is how women. This is how a relationship break apart. This is how you sabotage your relationship. There's many relationships that I know that started out like this, where a woman talking to a guy's friend and think that it's okay. Next thing you know, they wind up in the same bed and the husband find out, and all this problem happens. All right. This is why I'm saying that women and men cannot be friends. All right. They can develop feelings for each other. All right. For example, look at George Harrison and Eric Clapton. Right. Eric Clapton he developed a affection from George Harrison's wife. Then when they break up, Eric Clapton confesses affection to her, and they got along. And they date George. Eric Clapton date George Harrison's wife or whatever it is, ex-wife or whatever it is. Right. This is why I don't let that happen. Avoid that whole structures. Right. You do not let your wife talk to another man. Simply because of this. Simply because of infidelities. They're going to develop all these thoughts in their brains, in their heads. Right? And that is disrespectful, is disloyal to their husband for doing that. And people don't talk about this. Right? It's all have to do with psychology. Women and men cannot be friends. Right? They're most likely going to... And if they're friends, right, most likely the man's going to develop a relationship, even though the women don't even feel any kind of chemistry between them, right? The men will. The men will eventually gonna feel like it's a sign that she's giving him signal, and depending on the men, some men don't know what kind of signal is being given off, and some women don't know that she's actually giving him signal inadvertently, right? And there might be miscommunication. The men might think that the woman's cheating on... It's not cheating. The men might probably think that the woman is hitting on him. Right? And when in actuality, she's giving miscommunication. That's what it is. When you don't do that, when you don't let your wife talk to another man, you avoid miscommunication with another man, basically. You eliminate the possibility of she cheating on you. This is why I think it's disrespectful for your partner to talk with another person, regardless if they're single or taken. There's a lot of couples out there, right? There's a lot of couples out there. There's a lot of married women who have an affair with another married man, with married men, right? Simply because they think they're friends. Like I said, women and men cannot be friends. There's going to be a sexual relationship between that. There's going to be a sexual tension building upon the conversations. There will always be that. Right? There will always be sexual connotations when a man talk to a woman. Especially if they're peers. Right? There's a lot of examples out there. I don't need to bring out a specific one, but there's a lot of examples, many examples with married partners cheat on each other with other married partners. Right? I don't need to be specific. I mean, it's basically basic knowledge that this stuff does happen. Right? This is why, coming back to my original point, I don't know how many times I have to repeat it, right? You do not let your spouse talk to another man. You do not let your spouse be in the same room as another man. I think there's a code in bikers code, right? Some biker gangs don't let their women sit around with another man in the same room. If the boyfriend is not there in the same room, right? When the boyfriend is not there in the same room with his wife, with his partner, with his girlfriend, right? She's not allowed to be in the same room with another man because it creates this tension between each other, right? It's code within this biker gang, right? By you taking your woman out of the room with your friends, right? It eliminates all possibility, right? So it comes down to that. I think it's very disrespectful for a woman, especially your woman, your wife, talk to another man because she don't know the dynamic of the conversation, the dynamic of chemistry, how people work, how people communicate, and this might lead to infidelity. It might lead to random thoughts in their heads. Right? But on that note, guys, let me know if you agree. Am I making sense? Or am I missing something? Put your comment below so we can all learn from each other. On that note, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll be back with another episode. Peace and blessings.